How often do we think about eternity?
So, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the good news from your nation.
That's right. Yes, it is. It's some good news. And we need to get it every day. We need it multiple times a day. There was times in my life that I didn't even, and I was a Christian, and I wasn't even reading. I wasn't even praying. I wasn't even seeking and thinking about anything other than what was right here, right now, and what I had to accomplish. Which hey, that's life. Yeah, it is. But what's after this life, right? Let's get our focus and look towards eternally, because we know as Christians that this is not it. When we're, that day we pass from this earth and our loved ones bury us or whatever your plans are, and that's it. No, that's not it. We know that absent from the body
It is to be present with the Lord.
is to be what?
Present with the Lord.
Right. Exactly. So eternal perspective. 1 Corinthians 3:8. I got to put my glasses on, y'all. Arms ain't long enough. Each will receive his own reward according to his labor. 1 Corinthians 3:8. And I started out, this little video here saying, how often do we think about eternity? And I don't think we talk about it and think about it much. I mean, maybe when you're older or something, people think, just ain't got time. But I think what the time is now, the time has been that we should be putting our thoughts, our focus, our preparation, everything while we are in this life
Mm-hmm.
for our eternal life. It says often people talk about time as passing too quickly or not having enough of it to do the things they want to. How many people, I've said it, we've said it together, there's not enough time in the day, and oh my gosh, it's already August. Yeah, August 8th. I mean, it goes by, don't it?
Fast.
Whether you're busy in school, busy working, or if you're busy at home, whatever you're doing, it goes like that. Like it says in the Bible, where life is but a vapor. And I brought a little bit something here for a visual this morning for our life and for, what's coming after this life. And I brought a simple thing of jute. Um, it's kind of like twine. People tie things up and whatnot with it. But here's pretty much a big old roll of it. And what I did here is I took the end and I put tape on it. Here, hold that in. Well, don't pull so tight. Hold on. So here's the end. And you're saying, well, what's this black tape represent? This represents our life here on earth. Well, you say, well, that ain't very long, on that ball of string. Well, life is not long. I wish I had a picture loaded up and I'd put it in right here, but maybe I will one day. We really enjoy scrolling through our YouTube feed, and we'll see these. I think it's a news station puts out these community posts, and it's a pictures of these people that have lived 105, 100 years, 103. There was one lady, the oldest lady in America, I think, or the world, I don't know, 115
Oh, I
years.
just love them.
115 years. So let's just say where Cynthia's holding and here is 115 years. The rest of this, you see, it keeps going and going. And in eternity, there is no end of this spool.
Mm-mm.
But you get what I'm saying. It's a lot more than just that. Well, didn't let go, but you're not. Hold it up, honey. You're not very good assistant here. There you go. It's a lot longer, as you see, eternity. So why in the world do we not focus on that more? Think about that more. Think about how it will be. We don't. Because all we're thinking about is today and what's going on today and what's on our calendar today. And you know, Cynthia's got an appointment today and we got to go to that. And then next week we got this. I mean, that ain't life. That ain't life. But we know it passes by too quickly though. How often do they fix their thoughts, or we fix our thoughts on how life will be in heaven and the responsibilities they'll be given there because of their faithfulness here on earth? Yet the Apostle Paul instructed, be careful how you walk, not as unwise men do, but as wise men, making the most of your time, because the days are evil. And that's out of Ephesians 5:15 through 16. The days are evil. What did Paul mean when he said the days are evil? Well, we've been talking about it a lot here lately on this channel because it's, I think, and that you can see it plain as day, and it's running rampant.
Yeah.
People saying love is love, and you can love whoever you want to love. And they're pushing this LGBTQ plus whatever, and they're going to add more letters to it. You know they will. They never stopped. They could not have just this and be satisfied. You know why? Then they're never going to be satisfied.
No.
And I'm not just talking about that group. There's a group of people, there's a group of very well educated people that are pushing agendas, things on this earth for us to accept, and we are not to.
No.
They are not going to, they may be accepted here on this earth, but they will not be accepted in eternity.
Mm-mm.
So Paul said, be careful how you walk. Don't walk around here la 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 like unwise men, not knowing what's going on. He understood that most people have their mindset on things that are fading or that contain little eternal value. Learning how to manage your time in a way that honors Christ comes down to a matter of discipline and wisdom. Are you focused on the things God has given you to do, the things that are eternal? Or are you being drawn away by other, less meaningful activities? We're being honest, right? Transparent, right? Truthful, right?
Right.
And how many times have we focused on things that has little to no value and put all our efforts into it to make sure it goes this way or that way, but we want it to go good. But it's not, well, it's all right to do. Yeah. But how many times are we focusing on just the black part of our, here in our visual here, this black tape represents our life on earth, focusing on all that activities and everything else, but not on the rest,
Eternal.
which is eternity. Yeah. So it says learning how to manage your time that honors Christ. Refuse to yield to the pressures around you. Refuse to yield to the pressures around you. We do not have to yield. We do not have to get in line, follow along. Don't say this. Don't say that. No, no. We are led by Christ and by God. So refuse to yield to the pressures around you. Focus your life on what matters to the Lord. And you'll find that it is indeed time eternally well spent. There's no person out there, I guarantee, that looks forward and that is working towards, and that is their mindset, and they're thinking on it all the time, of eternity in hell. Nobody wants to go there that I know.
Mm-mm.
Nobody wants to spend eternity, the rest of this spool, if you will, in hell and torment. But yet we're definitely we're working on things going that direction. I don't understand why I and others why we don't focus on, like the song says, this world is not my home. We're just a passing through. So maybe it's a challenge for me and Cynthia and for y'all watching, that maybe we should focus a little more, a lot more, on our eternal time, because it's coming quick, sooner than later, than we all want it to be. Just like the little lady I was talking about that's 115 years old. That's a long time. But 115 years goes like this. It does.
I
You
I
know?
just look forward so much, like when we scroll through and we see these older people that have lived so long.
Yeah.
It just brightens my heart and soul.
Yeah.
I I just love old people so much.
Right. But see,
And
like your
knowing,
nanny, when your nanny was alive, before she got sick with the dementia and stuff, she was always telling me and Cynthia, I just wish the Lord would come and, bring me home to him. She wasn't focused on things here on earth.
no,
She said, I want to see, my brothers or loved ones, and her husband that had passed on. She was focusing on the eternal because she was ready. We all should be there. It doesn't have to be when we're 80. It doesn't have to be when we're 115. Because I know one thing in life, because I've lost a lot of friends early. Life is not guaranteed to us. When we was 18, graduating high school, we were not guaranteed to live to be 80, to live to be 100. It's a good thought. It's a very good thought. Because God blesses us here on earth. But he also has prepared a place for us. Jesus says, if I didn't know that there was, how was it he said it? I'm getting tongue tied. He said, I go to prepare a place for you. And if it were not so, then I wouldn't have told you. So, I mean, we know that there's a place in heaven for eternity prepared for us. And yet we don't even focus on it one bit. Like that big, awesome, exciting trip that some people schedule a year in advance. And as the time gets closer, we get excited. And we start getting our luggage and our everything ready to take on that trip. And then we go to this trip. And it's awesome and it's fun and exciting and new and beautiful, and 7 days is over. You're
it
back
goes
home.
by fast.
You're back home. Well, heaven is a place that we can prepare, and you ain't taking nothing with you. I ain't taking my good old hats. I ain't taking nothing with me. because I don't need it. He's done prepared a place for us to spend eternity. And all we need is what's already there, and that's God.
I
So,
remember Nanny saying about, I've worked all my life to get to where I'm going.
and that's right.
And that right there is comforting.
Yeah, it is comforting.
I miss my nanny so bad, but then,
Oh, shoot. Sorry, y'all.
like we've
Trying to
talked
set the
before,
phone.
Nanny she wouldn't come back here.
No.
For nothing.
Right.
Because she's in the presence of the...
Yeah, so
of the Lord.
Nanny worked her whole life. This can represent 100 years. This could represent 60, 70, 80, whatever. But Nanny worked her whole life to get here, to spend what she's already spending right now in eternity. And we can too.
And she's on what street, baby?
She's up there on Jesus Street. That's right. And I mean, maybe this visual helped somebody. Visual aid is always helpful, I think, to me anyways. But yeah, let's start thinking about today and every day, a little more every day, each day, about our eternity. Okay?
Can you imagine, though? No more tears, no more pain.
Right.
Being in the presence of the Almighty God.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean...
And listen, the enemy don't want you to.
No.
The enemy don't want me and Cynthia to. We need your prayers, and we appreciate you praying for us to keep this going, to keep being courageous, to speak out and speak against things that are not of God. And we thank y'all. And let's focus on it today and here on out of what our eternity is sitting there waiting for us. So peace out. Love you all. We'll see you on the beautiful next one. Yeah.
And I would like to say, you guys, to everybody, to please never give up. Always remember just how special you are.
Yep.
How worth you are. And that you have such a beautiful purpose.
That's right.
I promise.
We got a purpose.
I promise. So hug yourself real, real tight and know you matter.
That's right.
So we'll see you on the beautiful next one, y'all. Have a good day and love you guys.
Yeah.
You're...
See y'all.